Hello, and welcome to the Crafty Mama podcast. My name is Dawn, and I am your host. Thank you for stopping by and checking it out. This is a knitting podcast based in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. And it is Canada Day, July 1st. A happy Canada Day to all my fellow Canadians out there. That is why I'm wearing this silly hat, which I don't think is going to be on very long because it's got these stupid little elastic things that are really irritating the hell out of me right now, and I've only had this on for like 5 minutes. It's not going to last very long, let me tell you. So enjoy it while it's here. And I did myself up some Canada nails. They're not the best, but you know, what can you do when you do it yourself, right? So yes, welcome to the podcast. This is a knitting podcast, like I said. Got a little bit of other crafty things in it, and today I actually have something else crafty. I know, I did something crafty. Yay. So this is a crafty podcast today, and being Canada's birthday, happy 150 Canada, 150, nice. I am drinking some David's tea, birthday cake tea, to celebrate Canada's birthday. And I stole my mom's mug today because I meant to buy a Canada mug, which I don't even know why I don't have a Canada mug since I've been in Canada my entire life. I don't know. I thought I had one, I just can't find it. So I borrowed her happy birthday mug. I'm like, his birthday, why not? It'll work. And it is a birthday cake tea, which is one of my absolute favorite teas. Love it. It is really good. And I had it downstairs steeping while I was getting ready, and I can smell it. I can smell it all the way upstairs. It is really good. Anyways, with that out of the way, happy Canada Day. Like I said, to all my fellow Canadians, happy birthday, Canada. 150, you're looking great. Anyways, so yes, that is what's going on today. Honestly, there isn't a lot of knitting this podcast. In fact, I don't even know if I'm going to show any knitting because I really haven't had a lot of knitting time because I'm working my butt off at real life work this week, and I've been exhausted, and I've been falling asleep so early every night, and I just, oh my god, are you kidding? And yeah, so yeah, don't remember what I was saying. See, I was talking about being tired and I yawned. That's the issue. That's the thing. Anyways, so I really don't have a lot of knitting, so I'm not even sure if I'm gonna bother showing it, since I really haven't done much of anything. I had to rip something out, so I'm kind of backtracking. So if I show you that, it's actually less than what I showed you last week. So I really don't think it's a point to. I don't think there's a point in showing you what it is because it just doesn't. Anyways, let's get on with some other stuff. First, I'm going to tell you where you can find me around the web. On Instagram, I am CraftyMama_73, and I got 482 or 3 or 4 followers now, which I think is just absolutely insane. I can't even believe it. That's awesome. I love it, but I just can't believe it. So that's where you can find me on Instagram. Yeah, this is really starting to irritate behind my ear. It's not staying on long. Ravelry, I am CraftyMama73, and I have a Ravelry group, which is Crafty Mama Designs with a Z or a Z. And my Facebook page and my Etsy shop are both Crafty Mama Designs with a Z as well. So you can find me on all of those platforms, and yeah, that's where you can find me on the web. I'm going to do a little administrative things because we do have a few winners to announce. Yay! we are doing some winners. I'm so excited. I get to do my first YouTube winners, so I'm really excited. My first um, group winners for my Ravelry group, which is really exciting. I'm gonna pull from 2 threads, so there's 2 different prizes to be won today. Oh, I'm so excited. So let's get on. Are you kidding me right now? Seriously, this is not going to be another yawn apocalypse. Not going to be another yawn apocalypse because no, not going to let it. I'll have to edit the crap out of this video if I have to, but I'm not going to yawn a billion times on this episode. I'm just saying, it's not going to happen. So first I'm going to talk about the KAL we have going on. We have a couple KALs going on. One of them is a 1 skein KAL, which basically it's exactly what it sounds like. You just knit something with 1 skein of yarn. 1 skein. It doesn't have to be the whole skein. It's going to be like 70-75% of the skein used. And that can be used in that project. I am going to pull my first winners from that, I think, in a couple weeks. So you still have some time to get a 1 skein KAL object in the FO thread. I'm going to pull a winner from that as well. And let's see. We have the Socks All the Time KAL going on right now. And we got some FOs in there, so I'm going to draw a winner from that thread as well as from the chatter thread. Now the chatter thread, you are going to win a fresh pineapple socks pattern from Baba Yaya. Wendy, she's graciously donated a pattern to one of the viewers from this podcast. So yeah, so let's do that right now. Just before the episode, there was 15 posts in the chatter thread. So the first and second post was myself. So I did random number from 3 to 15. And of course it hit on one of my comments back to someone. So we redid it, of course, because I'm not going to win the pattern. Just, you know. And the winner was lucky number 10, which is Army Wife Knit Life, which is Jessica from Columbia, South Carolina. Congratulations, Jessica. I will send a message to Wendy and let her know that you are the winner of her fresh pineapple socks. So if you want to just let me know that you've seen this, and I'll let Wendy know and get that pattern out to you as soon as possible. So congratulations. Yay, Jessica. Okay, so that's exciting. I actually have that pattern and I want to knit that as well. I've got so many things I want to knit. I just need more hours in the day, let me tell you. We need more hours in the day. Yeah, we do. I've got so many things I want to cast on. It's not even funny. But I'm having a hard time finishing the ones I have on my needles right now. So I need to, I shouldn't be casting anything else on, but I'm going to because there's a KAL going on I'll talk about later that I have to cast something on for. So what are you going to do? So let's get on with the finished objects thread for the All About Socks KAL. That one, we only had a few winners in there, or a few finished objects in there. So that one was, I believe, from 2. I'm going to have to check that again because I didn't write down. How many posts there was. Okay, there was 7 posts. So it was numbered from 2 to 7, which really isn't a lot. But yeah, I thought it was time to pull a winner from there. And I random number generated, and it came up with number 5, which is Donna Mao. Donna Mao. And that is Dawn, and she's from Sarnia, Ontario. Yay! Congrats, Dawn. Um, she actually has a podcast, and I've been watching the podcast. It's called the Codependent Knitters Podcast with her friend Lisa, and I'm watching those two ladies. I think they have 2 episodes out so far. They're awesome. I love them. Fellow Canadians, what can I say? They gotta be awesome, right? So she is going to win a pattern of her choice, a sock pattern of her choice, up to $5, and some sock yarn, which I will show right now. And whichever one she doesn't choose will be up for grabs for the next draw. So she can choose this Lang Yarns Jawwal colorway, which is really pretty colors. There's lots of browns and dark blues and beige and orange, and actually it's coming up quite true to color today. My camera's actually doing pretty good today. I'm kind of impressed. So yeah, and that there is a picture of how the socks will knit up, which is kind of cool looking. I kind of like that. I don't know how they dye yarn to make patterns like this. It's crazy. It's mind-baffling. Or she has a choice of this Patton's Croy FX sock, which is clover colors. It's actually turning out pretty true to color as well. Then we have Patton's Croy socks as well. This is their Mexicala stripes. See, now that is showing true to color today. Oh my gosh, is that ever showing true? Ah, I'm so excited today. I don't know. Oh, there's a hair hanging from the socks. I mean, it's cloudy out. It's supposed to rain, which really kind of sucks because I got a barbecue and fireworks to go to tonight. So hopefully the rain will come and go before dinner time. And the last pair of sock yarn that she can choose from is also Patton's Croy. This colorway is a blue raspberry. I absolutely love this colorway. It's so pretty. Now, see, I don't know what it is with just drop stuff. I don't know what it is with this camera or this camera. It's not picking up the teal. This isn't supposed to be blue. It's supposed to be teal. What are you gonna do? So I will insert a picture of all the color choices right here. Okay, so you have a choice of any of those colorways. All of them come with 2 balls, except for the Jawwal colorway, which is already a 100-gram skein. So let me know which colors you would like, Dawn, and I will get those out to you as soon as I can. And let me know what pattern you would like. Like I said, under $5, sock pattern of your choice, and I will get that gifted to you as soon as I can. So those are the winners. Congratulations! Yay! Woo! This is so funny. I can't. My daughter, she was out there one time, and I was cheering about something or other, and she said, "Mom, you sound ridiculous." All right, I guess I sound ridiculous, but you know what? I'm not the only solo podcaster, and if she wanted to come and join me on my podcast, I wouldn't sound so ridiculous because I'd actually be talking to somebody else as well. So it's her fault if I sound ridiculous. Okay? We'll just leave that with her fault. Yummy, yummy. Okay. Okay, so that is all the administrative things. I keep looking over to the side here. It's because I have my show notes on my computer. Yeah, so that's it for the show notes for now. We do have a thread in the Ravelry group as well, which is promote yourself. So you can pop in there, make sure you are a member, and you can promote your podcast, promote your store, promote, yeah, just promote yourself. If you're an indie dyer or a bag maker or a notions maker or a podcaster and you want to promote yourself to my viewers, by all means, jump in that thread and let us know. And yeah, if you watch me and I'm not subscribed to you, let me know, because I definitely want to check you out. I do. I like to follow my followers, so make sure you're doing that. Pardon me. And if you are one of those and you want to donate to the podcast for prizes, just let me know on Instagram or on Ravelry. Send me a message, and we'll get all the information all straightened and sorted out, as well as if you would like donation from me from my bags, let me know. And if I have some bags available, I'd love to send them out to you so you can give some stuff away. So that's awesome as well. Let's see. Okay, so like I said, I don't have any FOs. My whips are the same 3 that I've been showing for the past 5 episodes. This is so bad. I'm such a slow knitter. But I mean, this past week has just been crazy with work, so I think I might have sewn, or knit, I should say. I think the only knitting I actually had a chance to do this week was while I was on my lunch. And that's like 10 minutes, if that I get to knit. So there really is not much accomplished at all this week. They're my vanilla socks I've been working on, my Reina shawl, and the girl from the grocery store shawl. Wow, I said that without messing it up this time. I was trying to say it out loud. I'm like, girl from the grocery store. Girl from the grocery store. Yeah, but I got it right this time, so yay me. So I don't really think I'm going to show. They're all right there in those project bags you see behind me right there. Oh my god. See, yeah, yawning's not good. Maybe I need to have like a cup of coffee or 2 before I podcast, and then I won't yawn so much. Oh my goodness. So I don't think I'm going to show any knitting today. So this is going to be a nice short episode for a change. What? So dream knitting and casting on. Well, like I said, I don't really want to cast on too much more because I already have 3 things on the go, and like I said, I'm not a very quick knitter, so it's taken me forever to get those done. So I kind of want to concentrate on those a little bit. But the grocery girls are having their Canada make-along, which I definitely have to be a part of because I'm in Canada. I'm a Canadian. I took part in it last year, did not get a chance to complete it. I'm going to complete it this year. I will complete it. I will. I believe it's for July and August. And it is anything Canadian made. And it's a make-along. So it's sewing, crocheting, knitting, any of those kind of crafts. And if you're using Canadian pattern, that counts. Canadian yarn, that counts. Canadian, what was the other? And I just finished watching their last episode, like while I was getting ready for this one. Canadian designer for pattern, Canadian yarn, Canadian theme. So if the pattern is some sort of Canada in it, then that works as well. If you're sewing and the fabric is from a Canadian, that works as well, I believe. So all those things are incorporated into it, and I want to do a Canadian yarn and a Canadian pattern. I haven't found a pattern yet. I've been browsing through a whole bunch of Canadian patterns. I think I want to do a shawl just because I love shawls. I find shawls easier at the moment to knit than anything else. Although a hat probably would be quicker. I've only done one hat before. I did the socket hat. Yeah, I did the sockhead hat. Do I want to do another sockhead hat? Because I do believe that's a Canadian designer. I don't know, I'm going to have to think, but I kind of want to make a shawl. I'm loving shawls right now. I don't really wear them a lot. Well, not right now anyways, because it's summer and it's hot out and muggy and sticky and gross. Yesterday was ridiculous. It was disgusting. Just saying. What do we have? Yeah, see, we're already at 27 degrees, which 27 degrees Canadian, or 27 degrees Canadian, 27 degrees Celsius is 80 degrees Fahrenheit. And that's not counting humidity, which there's some. And I have my air conditioning going on right now, so hopefully that's not too loud for you guys. If it is, and it's distracting or whatever, let me know, and then I'll turn it off next time. I had it off last podcast, but by the time I was done my podcast, I was sweating like crazy, and I really don't like sweating. It's not one of my favorite things, I gotta tell you. So, yeah, if it's too annoying and distracting, let me know. I will turn it off while I podcast. Hopefully it's okay, though, because I really don't like to sweat. And my job, oh my God, people come into the store all the time saying, oh, it's so nice and cool in here. Aren't you lucky you're in here instead of out there? No, I'm not lucky. Yes, it is cool when you first come in, but if you're unloading 30, 40 boxes and stocking the shelves, it ain't so cool in there. No, because you're bending, you're squatting, you're lifting, you're, and after about half an hour, wow. So what I do is I get a piece of the cardboard from one of the boxes and I sit there every few minutes and just fan myself. I fan myself for a few minutes because it's hot, or I make an excuse to go into the back room to get something because the back room is a lot smaller than the main floor, so the air conditioning back there is nice and cool. So like, do I need to get something from the back room? Does the pop machine need to be re-straightened out and organized? Because I'll stick my head in there. No problem. I'll do that. Sure. Anytime you need me to, I will stick my head in the fridge. Especially when it's hot outside. And I'm like, I don't want to know what July and August is going to be like. Because there's been a few days in June where I was like, so. And I'm not the only one that's feeling it. There's a couple other girls in there that the other day, yesterday, they said they were so warm, they felt like they were going to pass out. Which, it really stinks because we don't have a thermostat in the store. It's all controlled, I believe, by head office or whatever. And if it's the head office in the States, I mean, there's no way for us to, I don't know. I don't know how they determine how cold to put it, but it's just not cold enough. It's not cold enough. Let me just put it out there. Now that was just a little off topic. I just realized I'm going on about something that's not even in the agenda yet. So that was all about casting on for the Canadian make-along, which I'm definitely going to do. As well, I think I'm getting ready to cast on my first pattern. I'm so excited. Oh, I'm so excited. But I have a few patterns going on up in here. Like I told you last time, it's not good what goes on up in here. But I have a few different patterns that I'm thinking of. One is a triangular shawl and one is an asymmetrical shawl. One has some lace, one doesn't. I've been looking at my knitting stitches book and trying to see what kind of fun stitch patterns I can incorporate. I'm not sure. My very first shawl pattern, I might stick with basics, knit, pearls, yarn overs, that kind of thing. I'm thinking for my first pattern, I think it might be the safest. The safest and the easiest to do. So that, I think, is the plan for that. This hat is really bothering me. Yeah, this hat's really bothering me. I think it's time to take it off. So happy Canada Day, Canada, but I'm taking off my hat. I feel, oops. I feel like, oh, so much relief. I don't have that stupid elastic around the back of my neck or around the back of my ears, and I probably have like a big line going across my chin. Because you know, when you got this double chin thing going on, those elastic things are not good. They're not helpful at all. At all. But this is much better. Oh, some crazy funky hair going on now though. Alright. Now it's all staticky. Lovely. If it's not one thing, it's another. Pretty much. What's next? I still want to do some other patterns that I talked about last time, but I think I'm going to finish these three and then my own pattern and whatever pattern I decide to do for the Canadian make-along with the Grocery Girls. They're so awesome. I just watched their recent Off Your Needles episode on Crafty, which is all about travel knitting on the go and stuff. And yes, I do that. I don't really travel very far. Most of the time, it's just basically traveling to work and back, which, like I said, it's about, well, it's about a half an hour from the time I leave, because I don't drive. I want to get my license. I was going to get it this year, but things came up and this and that, and of course didn't get around to it. So I take the city bus, which is an experience sometimes, let me tell you. I actually, speaking of, I need to see if there's any information about what happened last week, because pull up to the mall, to this mall by my place called Eastgate Square. I pull up there in the bus, and there is another bus ahead of us with an out of service sign on. There are two HSR, the Hamilton Street Railway, supervisor cars, as well as a police car sitting in front of the bus. Yeah. Then I see another police car coming in. I'm like, oh man, what's going on there? And look over and see there is a girl sitting in one of the bus stops in the shelters in handcuffs, sitting on the seat, and there is a red sports gym bag sitting on the floor, and two police officers with her. I have no idea what happened. I don't know if she was just causing issues or what, but the girl, she didn't look very old. She looked maybe in her 20s, I'd say, maybe 20s, early 30s. But yeah, it was interesting. And so I stood there for 20 minutes, knitting on my shawl, waiting for the bus, watching all the drama. I don't like being part of the drama, but let me tell you, it's kind of fun to watch it sometimes, though. I think that's kind of why I'm addicted to all these reality TV shows, because there's a lot of drama in those, let me say. So yeah, that's basically where I travel when I take my knitting. I always have my knitting with me, even if I don't think I'm going to get a chance to knit. I always take it with me, because you never know when something's going to come up and you have to wait for something. Pardon me? When you have to wait for something, so you grab your knitting and you knit. Okay, so that's that. We do have lots of acquisitions. So we got some Happy Mail. Yay! I love Happy Mail. So I got quite a few to show you from this. I've never ordered from Knit Picks before, and I was in a virtual knit night with a couple ladies a couple weeks ago. It is hosted by Tyranny from Coffee and Cable's podcast, and she's awesome. She's so sweet. So she hosts a knit night every Thursday night, I believe. And so I joined once to see what it's like because I've never done a knit night before, and it was actually really fun. And they were talking about knit picks and how there's some colors going out of commission and all this other stuff. And so after that episode was over, the next day I was like, you know what? I'm going to go for it. I'm going to order some knit picks. I've never ordered from them yet, but everybody talks about how nice this Felici yarn is, and they're not kidding. This yarn is so soft. So anyways, it came in last week. I think it was like a couple days after I podcasted last. So I have 6 balls of yarn. 2 of them are the same because I wasn't sure if I was going to do shorty socks with them or if I wanted to do regular size socks. And I'm still a new sock knitter, so I'm not really sure on how many grams you need for a regular size sock because I've never finished a sock yet, so I can't really weigh my own sock to see. So I bought 2 skeins just to be safe, and they came in, and I'm so excited. This one here is called Candy Shop. It's so pretty. The colors are gorgeous. The yarn is so squishy and soft. Absolutely love it. Anyways, here is Candy Shop. Every time I hear Candy Shop, I think of that song. I'm so like tempted to sing it right now, but you know, can't really do that. Anyways, ooh, and the color, see the blue on this one is showing up, but the teal won't show up for some reason. Go figure. Anyways, here is Candy Shop. There we go. Isn't that gorgeous colors? So pretty. And I am pairing that up with a heel, toe, and cuff with a Stroll Brights Electric Blue. What do you think? I think that works out well. I think that is a good pairing. What do you think? I think it works. So that's one. And then I thought the other one, if I do 2 shorties with these, because my daughter said she wants a pair with these too now. So I'm like, okay, do I do 2 pairs of shorties? Or do I do one for myself and tell her, too bad? You want a pair of shorty socks? You learn to knit yourself, okay? I tried to teach her once. Didn't work so well. We'll see. Maybe I'll try and teach her again later. Then she can come on the podcast. She's such a brat. Anyways, so I got this one here as well. Vibrant Violet Stroll colorway as well to go with that. So I think that kind of, what am I trying to do? That kind of blends nicely, I think. So one will have this as a heel, toe, and cuff with this one. And the other one will have the blue. I think I like this one for myself. So if she doesn't like this pair, well then just tough titties, because that's what's going to happen. And yes, I just said that. I just realized I always say that all the time. But yeah. Viewer discretion is advised. May not be suitable for all ages. Although that word's not really that bad. I've said a lot worse. Not on here though. I'm trying to be good. I'm trying. Sometimes it's very hard, but I am trying to be good. I can be good. Oh, it's so funny. I was at work one day and I said something, and the word was not very ladylike. And one of the girls I work with, she just kind of looks at me. She's like, "Did you just say what I thought you said?" I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "I've never heard you swear before." I'm like, "You haven't been to my house." Because, yeah, I put out a few choice words every so often at my own home, so I try and tone it down a little bit when I'm on here or at work. And the other colorway I got was from Felici's called Witch's Brew, which is really, really pretty colors. And it's actually coming out pretty true. The blue's a little brighter and the purple's a little brighter, but it's pretty close, pretty close. And I'm going to pair that up with Firecracker Heather with Stroll. I think that works as a nice pairing as well. What do you think? I think it works. I think it works. So those are the Knit Picks purchases. Then I went to my local yarn shop because that's what one does when you go downtown. Can't go downtown without going to your local yarn shop. You just can't. It does not happen. And I went there on a mission. I went there to get myself a Swift. And I got myself a Swift. I have it downstairs though, so I'm not going to bring it up and show you, but yay! I got myself a Swift. Finally, my daughter's really happy because now she doesn't have to do this constantly while I'm trying to cake my yarn. And then she gets all messed up. She's trying to help, and then it gets tangled, and then we spent half the time trying to untangle the yarn because for some reason it didn't move along properly. So hopefully by using the Yarn Swift, things will go along a lot smoother. So I'm excited to cake up my first skein of yarn with my Yarn Swift. While I was there, of course, you have to buy a yarn. You have to buy yarn when you go to your yarn shop. You can't just buy a Swift. And I bought a couple more Chalgu needles. I think I bought a size 2 because I thought the socks that I'm making now, I'm using a 1.5. And my gauge is really small. I've got like almost, what did I count? 9 stitches per inch. And that's a lot. So I got like 68 or 70 stitches on my socks. So I think that's a lot, although they do seem to be fitting okay for what I've got so far. So I wanted to buy a size 2, maybe try next pair in that and just see how that goes. The size 1.5s do a number on my finger for sure. I have a nice callus on the side of my finger, which I'm sure a lot of sock knitters have. But anyways, while I was there, they have new yarn in their shop. They have Woolen Boon in their shop. Wicked Pretty Yarn for All. So I had to pick up my first skein of Woolen Boon yarns. And it is so pretty. My daughter was like, I like this one. I'm like, really? I like that one. She's like, no, get this one. So I got the one she got. Now she thinks she wanted. She thinks I'm making something for her with it. She thinks I make something for her out of every yarn she chooses. Just because I ask you what yarn is prettiest doesn't mean I'm making it for you. I'm just saying. You know, because I like to make myself stuff too. Anyways, this color is absolutely gorgeous. It's called Super Cool Party People. The name is awesome. It is 100% superwash merino, so I'm thinking a shawl. 435 yards, 100 grams. 4-ply fingering sock yarn. How gorgeous is this? It's coming up pretty true. The yellow, it's a little more vibrant in person. Like the yellow is a little more yellow, the pink's a little brighter. Oh my God, check out that pink. That pop of pink is absolutely gorgeous. Oh my gosh. I just reminded myself of Levi from the WTF Knitting Podcast. He is freaking amazing. He is so awesome. I love him. He's great. I love when he just bursts into song. Like he sings words like I just did that when I said the word awesome. And he is so much fun. If you have not checked him out, you have to check him out. And he commented on my last podcast, and I'm like, oh my God, Levi commented on my podcast. Even though I've had more podcasts out than him, I just feel like no matter who you are, if you're a podcaster and you comment on my podcast, I totally freak out every time. Every time. I freak out every time. I don't know. I guess I just don't think that I'm out there enough for other podcasters to be watching me, I guess. I don't know. But it's kind of awesome. And when I did that awesome there, it kind of totally reminded me of him. Oh, you're addicting, Levi. You are addicting. Addicting. In a good way. So, anyways, if you are watching, hi. You're awesome. Just want to let you know. Anyways, this yarn is awesome as well. And I cannot wait to knit something with it. Oh, I'm having such an issue. I want to knit with all my yarn. I want to knit with it all. I want to knit with this. I want to knit with pneumatic yarns. Pneumatic yarns, which I received from Tristy and Kristen. Tristan and Christy. Oh my God. I am so having an issue talking today. I had to like delete something because I totally messed it up, and then I go and mess it up again. I'm not deleting this one. Too bad. You're going to have to just live with it. From Tristan and Christy from the Girls from the Yarn Cafe. There we go. I won this from my first time I ever won a giveaway from a podcast was from them, and I won this yarn, which is awesome. It's a sparkle yarn. I'm not sure if you can see any of the sparkle in that or not. I'm not sure. Oh, I can't really see, but there's quite a bit of sparkle. I don't know. There's quite a bit of sparkle. But I want to knit from this. I want to knit from my Lolo Did It, because that color is amazing. That is the Sweet Tooth colorway. It's absolutely gorgeous. I want to knit from this. I can't believe this is actually showing up true to color. Like, that's ridiculous. This yarn is ridiculous. I want to knit from that. I want to knit from my Savvy Skeins, because that is so pretty. It's so springy. I just want to knit with it so much. So much. There's just so many. I got Goosey Fibers I want to knit from, because that was my very first tweed colorway. Goosey Fibers sent me my very first tweed colorway, so I'm excited. I want to knit with that. Oh, there's just so much I want to knit with. So many patterns I want to knit. Like I said, there's just not enough hours in the day to do all the knitting. Not enough hours in the day. Anyway, so this is Woolen Boon. Check out the website. It's woolenboon.com. You want to check it out. Their yarn is absolutely gorgeous, and I love this. Life, Knittery, and the Pursuit of Happiness. Hand-dyed yarn with Moxie in New Hampshire. So, yeah, definitely need to cast something on with that. Okay, so that's it for acquisitions and Happy Mail. Now, this is going to be a new little segment that I am going to call Crafting Corner. And that is for any other crafty type things that I am working on at the moment that is not knitting related. Well, This is still, oh, I got a scratch somewhere. And I just heard fireworks. Interesting. Oh, I scratched myself from something. Oh, yes. That was the X-Acto knife yesterday at work. Note to self, always lower your blade. Good thing it was just a tiny little nick. It wasn't an actual, or I could have had some damage done there, that's for sure. Those things are freaking sharp. Sharp. Anyways, crafting corner. I am so excited about this, and if you follow me on Instagram, you've probably already seen what I'm about to show you. I did these last night. I bought these last week when I went to Michael's. I bought a whole bunch of stuff at Michael's as, yeah, I bought a whole bunch of stuff because you can't go to Michael's and not buy a whole bunch of stuff. And I bought these stuff to make these because I've been wanting to try for a while now on making polymer clay charms. And so I bought a few different colors of clay because I had a few things in mind that I wanted to make. So I bought kind of the clay to kind of go with it. I wish I would have bought red because yesterday I was sitting trying to make some stuff and I'm like, oh, I want to make a Canada flag. And I'm like, shoot, I have no red. And red being a primary color, there really isn't anything you can mix together to make a red. So, kind of out of luck. I'll have to buy some red and make myself a Canadian flag charm later. But anyways, so I made a few things I'm going to show you. I'm so excited. These are so freaking cute. And I'm kind of addicted. And I want to make some more tonight. I'm not sure if I'm going to be putting these in the shop. These ones I probably won't because I'm just getting used to doing it. But there's a chance in the near future that I may put my charms in my Etsy shop to sell. I might just give a few away when I'm sending stuff out. Just for fun. Just, you know, just for fun. I usually send just a few beads. I do a little bit of beads in as a zipper pull kind of thing when I send out my bags. But I'm thinking I might try and do some charms and put them on there. We'll have to see how it goes. But anyways, this is one of the ones that I made, and it's so cute. Let me try and hide myself so this will show instead. Focus. Focus. Anyways, you get the point, you get the picture. There it is, focused. It's so cute. See, originally I thought it was going to be ice cream, but the more I look at it, the more I think it looks more like a cupcake with just a lot of icing, which is kind of how I like my cupcakes, so you can't see the top because of all the icing on it. That's how I like my cupcakes. Little bit of cake, a lot of icing. It's so cute. I had so much fun making that one. And then I made a donut. I made my first donut. This one is so cute too. I think this turned out pretty good. Look at it. It's a cute little donut. I haven't put the glaze on them yet, but so that's a donut. It's so cute. But this one is my favorite, I have to admit. In doing this one, I'm going to have to make another kind. Anyways. Ice cream sandwich. Come on now. It's an ice cream sandwich. Look at how cute it is. So cute. And they're so lightweight. I didn't realize how lightweight these things are. They are so lightweight. So those are my three. Aren't they cute? So anyways, those are what I made last night. They're so cute. So if you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen these last night and this morning. Those are so adorable. But because I made this ice cream sandwich, I want to make 9 Nemo bar. That would be so cute. 9 Nemo bars are one of my favorite things to make ever. Oh my god, I want to make some so bad. I've been craving 9 Nemo bars for a while. I want to make some 9 Nemo bars. I want to make some 9 Nemo bars. I really do. So that's what I've been crafting on lately, besides knitting. That's the only thing I've really pretty much done this week is made those 3 little charms, which are so pretty cute. So basically all I have left to do for that is crazy glue. I have to crazy glue the eye pin. I have to crazy glue the eye pin onto it because they're just a little too easy to pull out if they're not glued on. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to glaze it. I'm going to put some glaze to make it all nice and shiny. So that's what I'm going to do next. I still want to do some cross stitching. I want to do a little cross stitching, something maybe put over here on the wall here, or somewhere around there above my TV possibly. I haven't decided yet, but I do want to do some cross stitching. I haven't done cross stitching in probably 15 years, but I used to love cross stitching. I used to cross stitch when I was pregnant with my daughter, and I absolutely loved it. So that's another thing that I want to do crafty wise. So that's it for that. So if you only came for the knitting and the yarn and the crafty stuff, that is it for now. I just noticed my camera kind of froze a bit there for a second, so hopefully everything is okay. If you came for the crafty stuff, the knitting stuff, and the yarn stuff, that is all for that. I'm going into chit chat, which is going to be a little bit about the podcasts that I'm watching, some TV shows that I'm watching, and some just everyday stuff that's been going on with me. So if you're interested in seeing what podcasts I've been watching lately or any of that, please stay with me. If not, and that is all you came for the knitting, sorry there wasn't any actual knitting this episode. Like I said, I just really have not had a lot of time, but I wanted to podcast because I wanted to show my acquisitions, and because this week I think there might be 2 or 3 more acquisitions coming in the mail. So I'm really excited to get those. Oh my god, I'm so excited. So excited to get those. So hopefully next time we'll do that. And so I'm off for 4 days at the end of the week. 4 days off. Oh my god, knitting time. Yay! Crafting time. Shopping time. Oh, it's going to be so good. So, yeah, I'll be podcasting again at the end of the week. So, I'll be able to show you what other stuff came in the mail or other stuff that I kind of grabbed along the way. So, if you only came for the knitting and the yarn and the crafty stuff, thank you so much for coming by. I appreciate it more than you know, and hopefully I will see you again here next week for the next episode. If you are interested in the podcasts and TV shows that I'm watching, as well as other stuff going on in my life, then stick around because Chit Chat is up next. Okay, so what I'm watching right now for podcasts, I've been kind of slow, kind of behind, just because work's been crazy. I've been kind of behind on watching podcasts, and this week has just been hell. let me tell you straight out, it's been hell. Like I said, I'm a part-time manager at a dollar store here in Hamilton, and the store manager was on vacation this week, so I ended up with 40 hours, actually like 41 and a half hours by the time I clocked out Friday night, last night. So yeah, I come home tired, so tired, falling asleep watching TV, falling asleep watching podcasts. Last night I was sitting here watching a tutorial on the polymer clay stuff just to refresh myself before I started doing it. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, wake myself up because I want to get this done. I wanted to make sure I had these clay charms done because I wanted to do them so bad for so long. So I kind of, splashed a little water on my face, woke myself up a little bit, and I went downstairs and I watched a couple shows with my mother and my daughter and stuff like that. If you don't know, my mother is retired and we all live together in a 3-bedroom townhouse. So yeah, just kind of helps with the bills a little bit, and with her being retired, and it really ticks me off the way, like, I don't know about in the States or whatever, but here in Canada, you work for companies for so long and you work your whole life, and your retirement, it gets you by. It gets you by. You don't have extra to do anything really, but it gets you by. So we decided to live together and go together on the bills, and that way it gives a little extra money for both of us. And it works for now. We'll see what happens once my daughter gets older. And I mean, she's 17, so technically, I mean, she can move out next year. I don't want her to. Oh God, I don't want her to. She is so not ready for that. But it's possible. It's possible that she could move out in the next couple of years, and then I don't know whether or not we'll still do the whole living together thing, whether we'll get an apartment together, whether or not we stay here. I have no idea. No idea. But anyways, so I've been basically watching a few podcasts while I have my snack before I go to bed, because work's been, like I said, work's been crazy. Not only that, but he's had me on some really weird shifts. So I worked until like 9:30 Monday, Tuesday, and then I was in at 8:30 in the morning on Wednesday. And then I worked till 9:30 on Thursday, and then I was in at 8:30 on Friday. So it's this stay up late, go to bed early, stay up late, go to bed early. It was crazy. It was crazy, crazy. I'm not used to that, because if I work till 9:15 or 9:30, by the time I get home, have myself something to eat, have a snack, blah, blah, blah. If I don't have to work it the next morning, I'm up till 2 o'clock in the morning knitting and watching shows and doing all that stuff. I go to bed, I wake up at like 10, and then I get ready for work and I go and I do it all over again. But when you work till 9:30 and then you go to Walmart, which is across the parking lot from my dollar store that I work at, and you're shopping and you do a few things, you come home, you don't get home till like 10:30. And then it's like, okay, have a quick bite to eat, watch one episode of something, and go right to bed. It's exhausting. And I still have 4 more days to go. I had today off, which is Canada Day. Yay, Canada! Do my nails again. You're so cute. Today off. And then the assistant manager goes on a 4-day weekend. So I'm taking over her shifts as well as my normal shifts. So I have a full day tomorrow for Sunday, which is like 9:30 in the morning or whatever, till close. And then Monday night I work till 9. Tuesday I'm in until 8:30, or I start at 8:30. And then Wednesday I start from 1 to 9 again. And then I'm off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So excited. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm so excited. If I don't get a chance to start my shawl, by my vacation, I'll be doing it then for sure. So, podcasts I've been watching, I watch Honeybee Knits with Melissa, and that was so exciting because she ordered a bag from me a couple weeks ago, and she finally received it, and she was so happy to get it and so excited, and she said such kind words. So thank you so much, Melissa, if you're watching. Mwah! I appreciate it so much. And I sent her a bag to give away on her podcast as well, which is one of my favorite bags right now. And yeah, she had nothing but kind things to say about my bags, and I so appreciate it. It means the world to me. Thank you so much. You're amazing. I love you. You're so sweet. And yeah, so if you haven't checked out her podcast, you definitely need to, because she's pretty awesome. She is pretty awesome. And it's Melissa from the Honeybee Knits podcast, so make sure you check her out. Other podcast that I've been watching is obviously the Grocery Girls. Jody and Tracy are amazing, fellow Canadian knitters and podcasters, and I could not get enough of those girls. I could watch them every day, all day. They are so funny. Jody really has no filter. And I just love that about her. She is just so funny. And some of the things that she says and Tracy's reactions are just priceless. They're priceless. They are just amazing sisters, and I so want to meet them someday. I really do. I'm honestly thinking of saving up some money and me and my daughter traveling cross country over to see Calgary and stuff up there. My cousin actually lives out in around Calgary, so it would be nice to go visit with him and then possibly stalk Jody and Tracy. Because what else is it, really? Honestly, you go across country to see somebody in hopes to run into somebody else. So you know, maybe go one time when there's some sort of knitting festival or something, and yeah, hopefully meet them and some other knitty people from that side of Canada. Would be awesome. Oh my god, it would be so awesome. Although my daughter's not into the knitting thing, she would definitely come just for the experience of seeing that side of the country. So, another podcast. Oh my god, my eye is twitching. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. That freaks me out so much. See, I am tired. Because that's a sign of tired when your eye flickers. Like my eyelid was flickering really bad. It was like, and that's a sign of exertion, overtiredness, whatever. I could have told you that. You didn't have to show me with my eye. I could have told you I was tired. The other podcast I've been watching is, of course, the WTF knitting podcast with Levi. He is a riot. Oh my god, he is so awesome. I love him. His laugh is so infectious, and his bursting into song as he describes things are just perfect. They are awesome. Perfect. Great. You need to watch him. He is one of a kind, and he's so sweet. I could see us being friends. Yeah. Oh my god, that would be amazing. Anyways, so you definitely have to check out those podcasts that I've been watching if you haven't already. TV shows, Big Brother USA started last week, and I'm so excited. I love Big Brother. Oh my god. And I'm so glad Paul's back. He is awesome, but I have a feeling he's not going to be here very long. My eye is twitching again. I don't think he... Oh my god. I don't know if you guys can see this or not, because it's a little weird if you could, but... so freaking me out right now. So Big Brother US, I love it. There's a few people I can't stand. I'm going to tell you right out there. There is a few people I cannot stand. They are driving me absolutely bonkers already, and it's only been on a week. World of Dance is another awesome show I've been watching with J-Lo and Derek Huff. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Some of the dancers are just amazing. They're in their battle rounds right now, kind of thing, where they have to compete against another dancer, and one group stays and the other one goes. So it kind of sucks to see some of the ones that were so good being voted off, but it is what it is. It is a competition. As well as So You Think You Can Dance is back on again. I love that. They're still in the auditioning stages right now. So there's still lots of time to check that out. That is awesome. Battle of the Network Stars is back. Oh my gosh, that reminds me of my childhood, because that was around back in the day, back in the 80s, and it was so good. There's only been the one episode so far, and it had Joey Lawrence from back in the day from Blossom. Oh my god, I love him. He's actually on Melissa and Joey now or whatever. Tracy Gold from Growing Pains was on. Blair and Tootie from Facts of Life. Tom Arnold from Roseanne. I can't remember. There were some other ones, but yeah, it was fun to watch them do these obstacle courses and all this kind of stuff. Lots of fun, lots of fun. You definitely want to check that out. I haven't seen who the celebrities are for next week's episode, but I'm sure it's going to be good. Also, Master Chef. I watch all of Chef Ramsay's everything, as well as the Canadian versions of them. So there's Master Chef, there's Master Chef Canada, there's Master Chef Junior, and then there is, of course, Hell's Kitchen, and, oh shoot, what's the other? Oh, his new one called The F Word. I watch that all the time. That's pretty good as well. So I watch all of those baking and cooking shows. When the holidays come around, there's the holiday baking championship stuff, the spring baking championship stuff, and the Halloween baking championship. I watch all of those shows. I love baking. So whenever I'm not knitting or doing other crafty things, I'm baking or cooking, that kind of stuff. I love it. So I'm actually thinking of that. When I do some baking, I may show my baking, not show myself baking, but show my item that I've baked and leave the recipes and stuff like that in my Ravelry notes as well. So I think that would be fun, because I've got 9 emo bars, like I said, I've made up my own recipe for those. So good, so good. I used to have a website that I used to post all my baking stuff on, but I've kind of given up on that. So I don't know. I think I might put a thread in my Ravelry group about what's in your oven, maybe something like that, and do all the cooking and baking and stuff, so we can share recipes and share our fun. Because I mean, honestly, baking and cooking is a form of art in my books. In my books, it is crafting, it is arts. When you're baking, you're mixing ingredients, you're crafting things together, and then as you put them out there, you're displaying them, you're creating art by creating these beautiful plates of food, of desserts. It's all in the arts to me. So I think I might do that. I think I might add a thread about maybe what's cooking, or maybe what's in your oven. I don't know. I'll think of something and put that in the thread. Yeah, I think that's basically it for this episode. I thought this was going to be a really short episode since I really didn't have any knitting, but I did have a lot of acquisitions to show, so maybe that's why it took a little longer than I thought. I have to do some editing because there's a few things that happened that I didn't want to happen. Those things happen. So, yeah, I've got neighborhood barbecue and fireworks display thing going on tonight, so I'm going to try and get a little video of the fireworks and maybe pop that in. Either pop that in as a separate video, or maybe add that to next episode next weekend. So hopefully you guys will have a great weekend. Happy Canada Day to all my fellow Canadians. Happy 4th of July to all you Americans out there celebrating on the 4th. Hope you all have a wonderful holiday weekend. Whatever you do, keep on crafting. If you like this episode, make sure you subscribe and give me a thumbs up. And definitely join my Ravelry group, Crafty Momma Designs with a Z. And follow me on Instagram, CraftyMomma_73. Because I do follow back my fellow followers. Fellow followers? Yeah, I guess that would be a thing. So make sure you're following me, and I will follow you on Instagram. Subscribe to my channel, join my Ravelry group, all that fun stuff. Get your FOs in my FO thread. I'll be drawing a winner from that shortly, as well as the one skein KAL. That's still going on. If you want to get an extra entry, make sure, I forgot to tell you this before, make sure you hashtag CMDOSKAL for your chance to win an extra entry into there and on Instagram. And yeah, I guess that's about it. So until next time, I hope you all have a wonderful holiday weekend and keep on crafting. Bye! With me being Canada Day, I have something I wanted to show, which I completely forgot, so I'm going to insert a little video here of this special item that came out with Canada's 150th birthday. In 1867 till 2017, we actually have a glow-in-the-dark toonie. And for those of you that don't know what a toonie is, it is a $2 coin that we have here in Canada. And I'm going to show you. It's actually really, really pretty. It's got people in a canoe on the water with the mountains behind them. And it actually has the Aurora Borealis. It's colored. So in the dark, that Aurora Borealis glows in the dark, which is kind of cool. So I want to keep this coin. I don't want to get rid of it. So, but yeah, I had to show you it because I think it's actually really, really cool looking. Try and get the glare out of there and see if this will focus more. I focused it earlier. Focused it. Come on. Focus. There we go. Very cool. Very, very cool. So that's our Canadian toonie that I wanted to show, and I totally forgot, and I had it right here on my table the whole time, and I totally forgot to show. So anyways, that's that. I will stop this and insert it into the video. Crazy, crazy, crazy.
Oh my god!
They're crazy over there. Oh my god. Hi, buddy. That was my nephew that just passed past the screen here. Here we go.
And that big mouse was my brother.